As long as you know, not a criminal, you should be good. Okay, now you know she drops the box. But she doesn't just drop the box. Every single donut fell out of the box. Every single one. Every single one fell out. Every single donut fell out of the box onto the floor. I can't believe how many people select meet at the door when they know doggone well they're not going to meet me at the door because they got dogs and kids and all kinds of this fool. Hey there. So my question is, why you still broke? Why you still broke? It's 2024, about to be 2025, and ain't no way you should still be broke. It's too much opportunity out here. It's just too much opportunity. I remember back, I want to say like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I had moved down to Virginia, Maryland and Virginia area, the DMV area. And, you know, I took a job down there. I just wanted to get out of New Jersey, quite frankly. I took a job down there, and it didn't work out. Quite frankly, it just didn't work out. If you lived long enough, if you in your 50s plus, you know what I'm talking about. It just didn't work out. So I found myself unemployed. Out of state, no family or whatever, and I'm unemployed. So I need to find me a job. And so I found a job. I started doing some temp work. And so I remember there's one job I had, and I was temping, and then, they liked me. They thought I did, good job. So they offered me a full-time job. And I'll never forget. And again, this is 25 years ago. They offered me $9 an hour. $9 an hour. And I said to the woman, I said, I have an apartment. I can't live off of $9 an hour. And she said, well, I don't know what, basically, I don't know what to tell you, because that's top dollar. That's top dollar. And I was just like, wow, top dollar. Okay. And I'm not sure whether I took it or not or whatever, but I moved on. I eventually, of course, moved on to something else. But anyway, my point is that back then, I didn't really have any other options to work other than a job, I mean, sure, if I had my own business, sure, but there were no gig apps, back then. There was nothing other than a job. So, today, 2024, again, we're going into 2025. And I know all I talk about is these gig apps, but I just know how they have changed my life. And had they've been available back then, I wouldn't have had to be worried about, an employer let me go. So now, I'm out here struggling, trying to figure it out. I could have just done some gig work in between time, in the meantime, but that wasn't available. And so I'm just saying 2024, 25, we have a lot available to us. You know, last night I was watching some YouTube videos on catering. Now, I have never really considered catering, doing catering work, catering gigs, you know, where it's kind of, I guess, like DoorDash and Grubhub and Uber Eats, but on a larger scale. Like you're picking up a larger amount of food, delivering it to a particular location, and then you may have to set it up, you know, on a table or whatever, you know. And I never really considered that. I mean, the person was sharing how much, you know, you can make, you know, like, I don't know, anywhere from like, I think she was like $30 up to like $100 per delivery. You know, and at first I was like, that's interesting. Now, my thing is, I ain't trying to carry a whole lot of stuff. I mean, I do have a wagon that I use for, you know, moving, but I'm not trying to like lug in a whole bunch of stuff in a place. But now, if you're going to pay me $100 for one delivery, or even $50 or $30, that means I don't have to do, you know, X amount of deliveries with, you know, Uber Eats. I might consider that. As long as there's an elevator and I don't have to like carry stuff up some stairs, and I could just put stuff in my wagon and go up on an elevator somewhere and then put it on a table, you know, I guess I'm fine with that. I'm gonna check more into that, but I'm just using that as an example. And there's so many other gig work, you know, out here today that I'm not even familiar with. I mean, I've heard of them, but I'm not even familiar with them. But I mean, we have so much available to right on our phone. Just download an app and sign up for these, you know. I mean, sure, most of these gig places, you have to do, you know, they have to do a background check and all of that. But as long as you know, not a criminal, you should be good. So I just wanted to share that because I was thinking about that. When I hear people today, in this day and age, they still broke, talking about, you know, can't pay the bills or even asking for a loan. I'm like, yo, first of all, you too old for that. If you in my age group, if you in your, you know, 50s, there's a lot available today that we didn't always have, is my point. And with a little research, you know, everything is not for everyone. Like I said, like I was just talking about that, you know, catering. I don't know that that's for me, because I like quick turnover, run in, run out, drop off, you know, and I'm back in my car ready for the next. So I don't know if that's for me, but I'm gonna check it out. And then we'll check out some of these other gigs that are, I mean, honestly, I haven't explored many of them, you know, but I will. Because if they could get me what I'm looking for quicker, easier turnover. Now, what I'm not going to do, I've gotten deliveries for Uber Eats, for example, for, what's it called? It's a place, you know, not a body shop, but, you know, a place where you get stuff for your car, you know, AutoZone, you know, those type places. I've gotten deliveries for them and I've declined them because I'm not carrying I don't know, whatever, battery or something. And even a battery is not that heavy, but I'm not going to get caught having to carry some big, heavy, whatever, to my car and then to a person's house. I'm not doing that. But even still, there's other apps out here. Like, I've gotten several, and especially when I'm in a certain area, I'll get deliveries for what's the balloon place? You know, with all the Party City. You know. I don't want to carry a whole bunch of balloons, because I could just see those balloons like going up in the air, and I don't want to be responsible for somebody's, you know, birthday party, and I got to bring the balloons, and then they're up, you know, up and away, you know, in the air. So I don't do that. But there's so much out here today, is my point. So much available to all of us. And I think with just some research, you know, you can find something that's for you, that you can make. So you should not be broke. You just should not be broke. I'm not saying you're going to get rich from any of these apps at all. I ain't rich, but I ain't broke. That's for sure. And I can't see myself being broke. And, you know, you never know what tomorrow brings. But I don't see myself being broke ever again in my life. And I know that's a pretty, you know, but I don't see it, because there's too much available to us today. And I mean, I thank God for where we have come from, and how far we've come, you know, with technology and all of that. But I'm just here to say, if you broke, you're doing something wrong. You need to just use your phone. And I'm sure you got a phone, because if you're looking at me right now, you got a phone. And you just need to use it to make money instead of just watching videos. That's my only point. Anyway, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. What do you think? Have a blessed day. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.